Stutts is in the booth alongside Cecil, couple of inches of wintry mix Scott. And it is a cold night in Gibsonville, North Carolina, but it's going to be a hot night inside these walls of the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium. A card where everyone up and down the roster in CWF Mid-Atlantic here looking to redeem themselves coming off of a chaotic 400th event just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, chaotic is the word. And speaking of hot, did you check out them abs from Smith Garrett?
Smith Garrett in great shape as always, and it's a huge test for this young man coming off, would we call it the biggest win of his career at the 400th event?
It's got to be up there, especially the biggest win as a tag team for Smith and Weston.
Smith Garrett and Charlie Weston defeating the Goon Squad. Roy Wilkins and Walter Eaton, who is on the outside in his partner's corner here in this singles matchup. It was Smith Garrett defeating Wilkins to score the fall in that tag team bout on the 400th CWF event just 2 weeks ago. Very interesting scenario. Is Smith Garrett a prospect? A lot of people, myself included, feel that Smith Garrett should be the rightful Rising Generation League champion after a hard-fought battle with Ethan Sharp back a couple of weeks ago. Sharp escaped with just the skin of his teeth to hold on to that Rising Generation League championship. So we've got a young man who has never held a championship in CWF Mid-Atlantic squaring off here against one of the most decorated wrestlers in all of CWF, a guy that's held just about all of them.
Yeah, I think he has won all of them, but you talk about, getting yourself in line for a title shot, you knock off a guy like Roy Wilkins and you're right there. And Roy Wilkins in a singles match, especially in the last year, is a whole different animal. Mm-hmm. As we're seeing right there, just a master mat wrestler, great technician. But he's going to have to counter a lot of great athleticism for Smith Garrett.
Yeah, two great athletes here in our opening contest.
And look at that head scissor.
It will be interesting to see if Wilkins can control Smith Garrett the way he normally does. So often we see that Roy Wilkins just a master at controlling his opponent, never a step out of place, never even half a second off in his timing. Roy Wilkins can control the pace of a match and control an opponent. Right there, we just saw it. Broke the hold, but held on to the headlock. Perfectly legal, but slick as human oil is Roy Wilkins.
Yes, he is. Smith Garrett has been controlling the match with that headlock, and he just slipped right out and got one of his own. A little shady tactic, but completely legal.
Garrett will have to be mindful of Walter Eaton and that goofball Chappie on the outside. Not sure precisely where the coach is this evening. He could be lurking around anywhere. Probably
that's what he does. He lurks.
Probably surfing inappropriate sites on the internet or something.
Wow.
Shoulder tackle takes the former Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champ down.
And you know what's crazy about that? Roy had the momentum in that exchange. Look at what a powerhouse Smith Garrett is.
Smith Garrett, one of the most improved young wrestlers to come down the pike in the Mid-Atlantic in the past several years. You look at all the great prospects that have come up in the Mid-Atlantic region, in the Carolinas and Virginia. So many factors to look at. Who's got the biggest physical strength? Probably Manny Garcia. Who's the fastest? Maybe Jesse Adler or Jordan Flight. So many different aspects to look at, but then you got a guy like Smith Garrett that gets high marks across the board, and maybe more importantly than anything, this is a kid that soaks up knowledge about our sport like a sponge. This is a kid that's at the dojo every week. This is a kid that wants to learn, that wants to grow in our sport. When you have a guy that's got the physical tools, that's got the smarts, that's got the speed, that's got the power, and he wants to learn, this is a prospect who could become a major player in the Mid-Atlantic in the years to come.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And if there's one knock, and this comes with experience, he's a guy that's good at a lot of things, but not great at any one thing. And I think he'll find his niche down the road.
Yeah, he still has to find exactly who he is as a wrestler. Wilkins knows exactly who he is, and that's manipulating.
Backslide.
Smart. Good move. Did not let the shoulders stay down.
Beautiful.
Boy, he sent Wilkins all the way across the ring, and Wilkins does not want any more of it. Nope.
And we saw that one coming.
That's on page 2 or 3 in the Roy Wilkins playbook, excuse me.
Probably the best counter move in wrestling today as far as I'm concerned.
Using those ropes. And Wilkins standing over this Rising Generation League competitor. Wilkins, a former RGO champion himself back in his rookie year. Back to that fireman's carry. You know, that fireman's carry. Oh, heads up.
Ooh, single-armed him.
Sometimes called the divorce court. It doesn't just separate the shoulder, it divorces it. And he sent the shoulder and the side of the head of Smith Garrett right into the canvas.
Man, and look at him writhing around in pain. He may have dislocated that shoulder.
And Wilkins is targeting right now.
Get grinding right into it, and that's brilliant strategy. He got the arm, and now he's just going to grind in on it. And it takes away a lot of power from a power wrestler's game. That's what you do. I mean, Smith, don't really condone the closed fist, but you got to get out of that hold.
Wilkins will use every part of his anatomy to do damage to an opponent, to wear an opponent down. And Wilkins is firmly in the driver's seat, Cecil Scott.
Yes, he is. And that was a very, very unique move on the arm there a moment ago. And just dumps him outside the ring. And here we go. He's already manipulating this young referee. And they're the All-Stars.
Heads up. Oh, Eaton just open hand. Sometimes hear that called a Tennessee punch. And look at this goofball Chappie.
Trying to get his licks in.
Fans are literally grabbing at the feet of referee Kane Justice, trying to get him to turn around.
All right, and Chappie. Man, is there anything more embarrassing than getting your butt kicked by Chappie? And Roy Wilkins now targeting the back on the apron.
Maybe if you got your butt kicked by that Cheeseburger 123 guy that was here one time before.
Wow. Thanks for reminding me about him.
Cover. Shoulders are down. Only got 2. All-Stars working well together as a team. Singles matchup, and unfortunately for Smith Garrett, his tag team partner Charlie Weston snowed in the mountains of Virginia. We'll touch more on that later. A couple of cancellations on the card tonight. Smith Garrett, though, has no one in his corner. Inside cradle. 2.
Woo. Man, he almost out-wrestled the best wrestler in CWF.
Look at the fire in the eyes of Smith Garrett. Oh,
he tripped him.
He absolutely tripped him up. Wilkins is so good. A step ahead of his opponent at all times is the focused former Mid-Atlantic champ.
Oh! Man, what a shining wizard. Almost a shining black, actually, with the enziguri.
That may have been a knockout.
Cover.
This is it.
Woo! Did you see the height and the distance on that?
I absolutely thought that was a KO. Roy Wilkins with maybe our first huge image of the year right there as he just plastered the face of Smith Garrett, and now right in to that submission hold that Wilkins has used time and time again. He beat Trevor Lee right here with this submission hold.
Yes, he did in that no ropes match, but it's a variation of the stretch muffler. And it stretches out the quads and the hamstring.
Oh, not letting him get the ropes. And this is where the youngster finds himself in a defensive position where he has got to rally against about a 10-year veteran who has been not just the Rising Generation League champ, but the television champ, 3-time tag champ, Rumble winner, and former Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion. And he is trapped right now.
Yeah, he's got this locked in again. He's got to get to those ropes.
Made the bottom rope. Boy, Garrett is fighting with everything.
Man, just push him off. He's still got those big, strong legs. But now his arm's been worked over. His legs have got to be shaky.
Got to use those ropes. Ooh. Creating distance. That's a good move for Smith Garrett. Oh, beautiful.
Man, he was actually a step ahead of Roy Wilkins there.
That's what you've got to beat this man. Cover. 2. No, sir.
And you saw Wilkins. That was all legs on that kick out. Smith Garrett could not reach down and hook anything.
Both men down, grueling opening contest that has just passed the 10-minute mark. Both men are down. Smith Garrett is a little bit higher up on his knees here, now upstanding. If Smith Garrett can put something together, maybe that big fireman's carry over the knee. This is what he beat him with last time. If he can get it, he cannot.
But that one arm was the key. Went for the O'Connor roll, no dice. Uh-oh. That Alpha Mari water slide coming up. Got him.
Wilkins is so good at everything. He is the best kept secret in the Mid-Atlantic. 6 months as the Mid-Atlantic champ. Cover, 2. God, no, he did not get him.
Good deep cover, but Smith Garrett with the heart.
And the secret is out about just how good Roy Wilkins is. If Smith Garrett pulls off this win, undoubtedly going to be the biggest singles win of his career. And to this young man's credit, he has kicked out of everything Wilkins has thrown at him so far.
Yeah, but how many more times is he going to be able to kick out? And what does Roy Wilkins have left? It might be going for that golf swing.
That double palm strike, calls it the golf swing. Oh, didn't get it.
Nice move. Oh, what a clothesline.
Smith Garrett's insides are busted up, but he is fighting with everything he's got.
Woo! What a drop kick.
Wilkins just exploded into the buckle.
Man, launched him a country mile with that drop kick.
Smith has taken a beating, but he has got to shake it off here.
He likes that splash in the corner.
Maybe it right here. Boom!
No, keeping it simple.
He needs to not exert too much energy. He needs to stick and make it count, though. I don't know if running the whole length of the ring is a good idea, as much punishment as he's taken.
That's right. He might just be punching himself out, but Roy Wilkins is on Dream Street.
Fireman's carry. Drop him over the knee. Yes, got him with it. Second time. Cover. 2.
Walter and Chappie.
Absolute garbage from those two. Kane Justice has got to throw these two goofballs out.
Yeah, the fans want them thrown out.
And the Sportatorium wants them thrown out.
Yeah, this kid's got to take a stand here.
Smith Garrett got to stay focused. He's got to get the referee back in the ring, though. He cannot win the match like this. Wait, hold on. Oh, my God. Woo! He went all the way up and over the top onto that idiot Chappie.
Yeah, Chappie, I think, is a non-factor now.
He's got to focus on the man in the ring, not the man on the outside, though.
Oh my God, he was on his knees.
Double palm strike, the golf swing right in the face. Maya knocked him out and got him with it.
Man.
Wilkins, that double-fisted palm strike may have just knocked Smith Garrett cold. But what a matchup, what a showing for this young man here in our opening contest.
14 minutes and 14 seconds, your winner by pinfall, Roy Wilkins!
Wilkins will leave with a victory, but it took the help of both of the men that are basically carrying him to the back.
Hey, the ref in the mat.
Yes,